Let's talk about announcement questions in the TOEFL listening section. In the TOEFL, announcement questions are designed to test whether you can quickly understand useful, real-life information, not just remember isolated facts. In other words, you need to focus on purpose, changes, and actions. Let's go over 5 high-impact strategies. First, capture the main purpose immediately. This is extremely important because the first question is usually about the speaker's purpose, and all other questions depend on your understanding of it. So when you start listening, focus carefully on the opening sentence and ask yourself, why is the speaker making this announcement? You will often hear signal phrases like, "This is to inform you," "I'd like to announce," or "Please note that." For example, if the speaker says, "This is to inform students that the campus gym will be closed this weekend," the purpose is simply to inform students about a closure. The key insight here is that you do not need every detail. You just need to correctly identify the situation. Second, focus on changes and updates. This is one of the most important skills because in the TOEFL, changed information is the most frequently tested detail. As you listen, mentally divide your notes into 2 parts, the old information and the new information. Pay attention to signal words such as instead, now, has been changed to, and no longer. For instance, if you hear, "The lecture was originally scheduled for Monday, but it will now take place on Wednesday," you should ignore the original plan and focus on the updated one. Many students choose Monday by mistake, but the correct answer is Wednesday. So remember, always trust the latest information, not the first thing you hear. Third, listen for actionable instructions. Modern TOEFL questions often focus on what students are supposed to do, so listen carefully for instructions, requirements, or recommendations. Common phrases include, "Students should," "You are required to," and "Please remember to." For example, if the speaker says, "Students must sign up online before attending," the key action is to register online. A useful tip is this: if you hear a command, it will very likely appear in a question. Fourth, identify the type of announcement. This matters because each type of announcement tells you what kind of details you should expect. In the 2026 TOEFL, common types include events, changes, problem-solution situations, and opportunities. As you listen, ask yourself, what kind of situation is this? For example, if you hear, "A guest speaker will visit campus this Friday," you can identify this as an event. That means you should expect important details such as the time, location, and topic. Recognizing the type helps you predict the questions even before they are asked. Finally, take smart, minimal notes. Announcements are short but information-dense, so you don't have time to write everything. Instead, focus on writing only the most important elements: the purpose, any changes, key details like time and place, and required actions. For example, instead of writing full sentences, you might write, "Gym closed," to "reopen MUN," to "use pool." Avoid writing full sentences or background explanations. The key idea is that good notes are organized, not detailed.